Hello, this is Adrian Din Sarmiento, and here is my answer on the first assignment given at the subject IT 145. Here are the instructions. Use the 5-step decision-making process discussed in the chapter to analyze the following situations and recommend a course of action. The 5-step decision-making process are develop problem statement, identify alternatives, evaluate and choose alternative, implement decision, and evaluate results. Here's the first scenario. You are the customer support manager for a small software manufacturer, and the newest addition to your 10-person team is Sophia, a recent college graduate. She is overwhelmed by the volume of calls but is quickly learning and doing her best to keep up. Today, as you perform your monthly review of employee email, you were surprised to see that Sophia has received several messages from employment agencies. One message says, "Sophia, I'm sorry you don't like your new job. We have lots of opportunities that I think would much better match your interests. Please call me and let's talk further." You're shocked and alarmed. You had no idea she was unhappy, and your team desperately needs her help to handle the onslaught of calls generated by the newest release of software. If you're going to lose her, you'll need to find a replacement quickly. You know that Sophia did not intend for you to see the email, but you can't ignore what you saw. Should you confront Sophia and demand to know her intentions? Should you avoid any confrontation and simply begin seeking her replacement? Could you be misinterpreting the email? What should you do? Okay, so as a manager, the first thing I'm gonna do is to think about the reasons on why my new employee does not like her job. Sophia keeps up on her job even though it's tough. She's overwhelmed by the number of calls she receives every day because she's just recently graduated from college, and she needs experience until she gets the hang of the things she doesn't work. I could avoid confrontation and observe a few more days on how she acts on her job, or I could appoint a private meeting for me and her to discuss about her problems in the department. Appointing a private meeting is not a bad idea, since we can talk about her problems and find solutions for it. Now, assuming we are currently in a private meeting, I would first talk to her and inform her that every manager can see employee emails stored in the server, and that managers usually do a monthly review of employee email to monitor if the employee emails are not used unethically. Even though she already knew that, talking to her and informing her will let her know that I, as a manager, saw the emails sent by the employment agencies stating that she is not happy with her work. I'll simply ask her what's bothering her and what can I do to help. I'll encourage her and that every employee struggles at first, especially if it's their first time in their new job. But eventually, with enough experience, employees will find ways to do their job more fun and easy. That should be her main goal. To be a successful department, a manager's goal should also be an employee's goal. That is why it is always good to be concerned about your employees. That's it. Let's now move on to scenario 2. So, as part of your company's annual performance review process, each employee must identify 3 co-workers to be interviewed by his manager to get a perspective on the employee's overall work performance. Your friend has offered to give you a glowing performance review if you agree to do the same for him. Truth be told, your friend is not very a dependable worker, and his work is often below minimum standards. However, he is a good friend. and you would hate to upset him. What would you do? Well, first of all, the problem here is that my friend is slacking off, and he relies on me to give him a good review for him to stay at work. Okay. A good friend always helps his friend to become better. So I'll probably tell him that in order to have a good performance review, he must also be good at work. I mean, it doesn't really matter if the person I'm reviewing is a friend or not. In this world, you get what you deserve. It's always like that. Besides, it might affect my work since I won't be needing to work hard anymore since my friend can just give me a glowing performance review every time. I won't feel good about myself. I won't even have work experience. And the rest of all, I could get in trouble. So I'll probably tell him to work hard, and both of us, we should work hard for the company and for our career growth to grow.